look at a new and improved way on how to include a measure of success for managers in their performance review, which really helps to measure and review, number one, how managers are enabling the careers of their team. Second, how are they being able to be exporters of talent to other parts of your organization? What managers need to understand is that an employee, when he or she is unsatisfied with internal mobility, will not just lead his or her team, will lead the entire organization. And managers have a lot more power in this journey on the colleague than they may think. So it's really important to also run that home. The next R we have is, of course, reward. Is there a way that you're currently rewarding and recognizing managers for being talent magnets and exporters in the business? How much are you rewarding your managers when they do export talent to other parts of the business? Introduce things like bonuses. Imagine this, think of that referral bonus. In my organization, when I refer someone to a role, I get a referral bonus when they get hired. Why not do the same thing for managers? So think about these elements of how to reward managers. Let's come to blocker number 2, where colleagues said that while opportunities of development in their career are accessible to them, so they can see these different job roles in their organization, but they have no idea how to really action them and how to achieve them. And when we dug deeper, we found that this is because in many organizations across the globe today, mobility or talent mobility is still very much a tap on the shoulder approach, which means it's too much about not what you know, but who you know. And while this can be great in organizations like startups, where it really hurts is bigger organizations where underrepresented talent, and especially women, might suffer more because they may not have the same strong hand at, let's say, going and actively pitching themselves in networking as other majority talent does. So, number 1, think about how to streamline and articulate the structured and simple process of talent mobility and of going through different roles recommended to you and actioning them for success. A very easy way to do that is to get on board a talent marketplace or even an end-to-end solution like the LHH Career Mobility Portal, which helps you in every step of the way, right from helping people to match with the right new roles within the organization, finding their skills gaps, upskilling for the role, and having hiring managers contact them directly within the company ecosystem. Let's come to the second part of this problem, which is achievability. And this is where the recruitment process comes in. 75% of recruiters who were surveyed, according to LinkedIn, shared that they find that recruiting externally is much more structured and seamless and speedy even for them, so basically easier for them than to hire internally. Let's change that. Let's give them both process and technology to automate that process and make their life easier. Coming to blocker number 3, which is the talent leadership dilemma. Number 1, look at who owns careers currently. Are there too many cooks spoiling the broth, or is there absolutely nobody taking charge of careers? If you are mature in your journey, for career mobility, make sure that you have a number of people at the table. If you're nascent in that stage, think about assigning it to one single individual who brings and unifies everyone else. Make sure, of course, to bring the right teams across the table. There is magic that happens when you bring together talent development and talent acquisition teams alongside L&D. Why do I say that? That's because while talent acquisition helps to make the internal recruitment process easier and seamless and accessible and fair, it's the LD and talent development side which helps to make sure that the talent spotted is put through great cross-skilling, upskilling and deep skilling to be ready for different roles. So what does that mean in reality? It means that, let's say, for your new cohort of enterprise sellers, you recognize somebody from marketing who may be a great fit. You can then have LD come in, put them on a 6-month upskilling track to really gain the right negotiation and sales qualification skills, and then enter them into the context for the role. Now, let's come to the next problem about this big heady concept of the elusive talent mobility, which is none other than measurement. If you can't measure, you cannot improve it. So start measuring internal mobility. What does that mean? This means that next time when you look at internal talent mobility, don't just measure frequency of talent mobility. Actually go deeper and measure the nature and type of talent mobility. So let's take an example. Let's say quarter on quarter, you're measuring not just the number of internal moves or the nature and type, which is whether they moved from strategy to marketing or finance to sales. You're also measuring over a 6 month to 1 year period how that new person who has moved into a new role performed. What does that help in? That helps in the following. Let's say over the next 2 years you find that anybody who moves from sales to marketing has a really good chance of being a high performer in that team and leading to a lot more lead generation and conversions than any other people joining that team. What does that mean? That means you will then be looking at how to promote this particular type of internal move rather than others, knowing that it leads to higher success, engagement, productivity, and bottom line impact. So with that, we come to an end or a close to our insight session for career development and mobility. Hope this was helpful and gave you some food for thought. In the end, I'd just love to say we at LHH are so proud of the work we're doing on talent mobility because we really truly believe this is the next big wave in human capital. Don't forget to give us a shout out and book your complimentary diagnostic session today.